I stir my cup, the steam ascends, thinking of how the story ends. We sat right here in the corner booth, trading secrets, trading truth. Coffee shop, it goes bitter and sweet, watching the world outside on the street. I still taste you in the morning brew. Everything reminds me of you. The bell rings out a familiar sound, but you're nowhere to be found. Just the ghost of a long lost day, caught in the hands of a cruel fate. Coffee shop, it goes bitter and sweet, watching the world outside on the street. I still taste you in the morning brew. Everything reminds me of you. Years have passed, the seasons turn, but there's a fire that continues to burn. Just a flicker, a quiet glow from the love we used to know. Coffee shop, it goes bitter and sweet, watching the world outside on the street. I still taste you in the morning brew. Everything reminds me of you. Cold coffee now, the day is done, searching for the setting sun. Just a memory, just a friend. Saturday morning, 10:15. You were waiting by the bakery again, holding two warm paper bags and smiling like you had a secret plan. You said I didn't know what you would like, so you bought almost everything inside. There was sugar on your fingertips and sunlight falling through the blinds. You tore the softest piece in half, then gave the bigger side to me. I tried to act like I was calm, but my heart disagreed. You remember all the smallest things, the ones I barely even say, like how I never drink my coffee till the steam has gone away. Sugar on your fingertips, a little smile upon your lips. You brushed the crumbs off of my coat, and suddenly I lose my words. Maybe this is nothing new, maybe you're just being you, but every little thing you do feels sweeter than it used to. Sugar on your fingertips, I hope the morning never ends. I came here thinking we were friends, now I'm not sure that's all it is. We took our coffee to the park, found an empty bench beneath the trees. You told me stories from your week while pigeons gathered at our feet. You laughed so hard you closed your eyes and leaned your shoulder into mine. I kept that moment in my head like a photograph I couldn't take. Then you asked me why I'd gone so quiet. I said I'm only feeling tired, but really I was wondering how a spark becomes a fire. You remember all the smallest things, the songs I play when I feel low, the corner table that I places I would choose to go. Sugar on your fingertips, a little smile upon your lips. You brush the crumbs off of my coat, and suddenly I lose my words. Maybe this is nothing new. Maybe you're just being you. But every little thing you do feels sweeter than it used to. Sugar on your fingertips, I hope the morning never ends. I came here thinking we were friends. Now I'm not sure that's all it is. If I reached across the table, would you leave your hand in mine? If I told you that I notice every detail every time, would you laugh the way you always do, then gently look away? Or would you say you also hoped that I might feel this way? The city moves around us, but the moment feels so slow. I think I'm falling quietly, and maybe you already know. Sugar on your fingertips, you take my hand and hold on to it. You say I've wanted this for weeks, so softly I can barely breathe. Maybe this was something new. Maybe you were nervous too. And every little thing you did was trying to tell me something true. Sugar on your fingertips, a little sunlight on your skin. I came here thinking we were friends, but something sweeter has begun. Saturday morning, 10:15. I hope we do it all again. 2 cups of coffee, 1 warm kiss, and sugar on your fingertips. It was almost midnight on a Friday. The streets were quiet after the rain. You said you weren't ready to go home, so we walked around again. We stopped beneath the store lights, bought 2 drinks and something sweet. You sat beside me on the curb with your jacket around your knees. You told me about your childhood, the house where you learned to ride, then laughed about the silly scar you always try to hide. I've known you for a little while, but tonight you feel brand new. There's something in the way you speak when no one's here but you and me. Under the convenience store lights, everything looked soft and bright. Your tired eyes, your messy hair, the way you said you liked me there. Cars were passing down the road, but we were in a world alone. I wanted time to lose its way, so morning wouldn't find this place. Under the convenience store lights, I almost told you what I hide, that every ordinary night feels different when you're by my side. You opened up a bag of chips and gave me all the ones I liked. I said you always remember things. You smiled and said only sometimes, but you remembered how I take my coffee in the movie that made me cry. You remembered I hate goodbyes, so you never said goodnight. Instead question just to make the moment stay, and I answered much too slowly, hoping you would do the same. I've known you for a little while, but tonight it feels so clear. Maybe all the things I've wanted have been quietly sitting here under the convenience store lights. Everything looked soft and bright. Your tired eyes, your messy hair, the way you said you liked me there. Cars were passing down the road, but we were in a world alone. I wanted time to lose its way, so morning wouldn't find this place. Under the convenience store lights, I almost told you what I hide, that every ordinary night feels different when you're by my side. Then the lights inside went darker, and the worker locked the door. You looked at me and whispered, I don't wanna leave just yet. My heart was beating quickly, but the whole street felt so still. I moved my hand beside yours, you closed the space between us. No perfect words, no big confession, just your fingers holding mine, and the nervous little laughter that we both could not disguise. Under the convenience store lights, you turned an ordinary night into something I will keep, like a secret underneath my sleeve. Cars were passing down the road, but I didn't feel alone. You leaned closer, smiling slow, like you already seemed to know. Under the convenience store lights, I finally said what I had hidden. I think I like you more each night. You said I hoped that you might. It was almost morning on a Saturday. The rain had finally gone away. We walked home underneath one coat, taking the longest road. You showed up late on a Monday morning, coffee on your sleeve, no time for warning. Your shoelace loose and your hair still wet. You said this is as good as I'm gonna get. I laughed too loud, you laughed at me. We missed the light on 33rd Street. The bus rolled by, but I didn't mind. I could've stood there with you all night. You're never trying to be impressive. That might be what I like the best. You turn a mess into a memory without even knowing what you do to me. Coffee on your sleeve, sunlight in your eyes. You're talking about nothing and I'm memorizing every line. You smile before you laugh, like you're trying to hold it in. And every time you look at me, my little daydream starts again. I don't know if you feel it too, this quiet thing between me and you. But I could fall so easily for coffee on your sleeve. We took the long way after work, past the little bookstore by the church. You Stopped to read the window signs while I was busy watching your eyes. You found a book you used to love, the pages worn, the cover scuffed. You held it close against your chest and said the old ones are the best. Then you asked me what I dreamed about. I had 100 words but none came out, so I said maybe somewhere warm, while thinking of your open arms. You're never trying to make me nervous, you're only being who you are. But every ordinary moment feels like wishing on a star. Coffee on your sleeve, sunlight in your eyes. You're talking about nothing and I'm memorizing every line. You smile before you laugh, like you're trying to hold it in. Every time you look at me, my little daydream starts again. I don't know if you feel it too, this quiet thing between me and you. But I could fall so easily for coffee on your sleeve. Maybe love begins like this, not with fireworks or a perfect kiss. Maybe it starts on a crowded street with cold hands and tired feet. Maybe it sounds like your sleepy voice saying my name above the noise. Maybe it feels like walking slow because neither one of us wants to go. And if you ask me what I'm thinking, I might finally tell the truth. Every simple day feels different since I started noticing you. Coffee on your sleeve, moonlight in your eyes. You're standing at my doorway like you're running out of time. You smile before you speak, then you ask if I'm free next week. And suddenly this little daydream feels closer than it used to be. Maybe you have felt it too, this quiet thing between me and you. Maybe I'm already falling deep for coffee on your sleeve. You showed up late on a Monday morning, and my heart never saw it coming. "8:15 at the corner cafe. You walk in shaking off the rain. You order something warm and sweet and smile when you forget my name. But only for a second, you laugh and say it twice. I tell you that it's nothing while trying not to meet your eyes. You sit across the table, your sleeves pulled over your hands. The smell of coffee fills the room while you talk about your weekend plans. I notice every little thing, the way you pause before you speak, the tiny dimple when you smile, the way your voice gets soft with me. Maybe I'm reading too much into every ordinary sign, but something feels a little different when your eyes are holding mine. It's the way you say my name, like it means a little more, like you're standing in the hallway but you're knocking on my door. It's the way you look away when our eyes stay close too long. Maybe I'm imagining it, maybe something's going on. I don't know where this could lead, I don't know what you see in me, but my heart forgets to play it safe every time you say my name. We leave the cafe after 10, the pavement shining from the rain. You walk with me toward the station, but your bus goes the other way. You tell me about a song you love, then share one earbud on the street. Our shoulders touch for half a second, and suddenly Suddenly I miss a beat. You ask me why I'm smiling, I say the music's just that good. But really it's the way you're walking closer than you usually would. I notice every little thing, the way you hum the melody, the way you match your steps with mine like you're in no hurry to leave. Maybe I'm reading too much into the silence in between, but something feels a little warmer than a simple night should be. It's the way you say my name, like it means a little more, like you're standing in the hallway but you're knocking on my door. It's the way you look away when our eyes stay close too long. Maybe I'm imagining it, maybe something's going on. I don't know where this could lead, I don't know what you see in me, but my heart forgets to play it safe every time you say my name. I don't need a perfect movie scene, no fireworks above the street. Just stay until the last train comes and stand a little close to me. Maybe I could tell you that I think about you all the time. Maybe you would smile and say the same thought has been on your mind. I'm nervous just imagining what happens if it's really true, but being scared of something good won't stop me falling into you. It's the way you say my name, soft enough to pull me near, like the answer I've been waiting for is something I can almost hear. It's the way you look at me when you think I cannot see. Maybe I'm not imagining, maybe you've been noticing me. I don't know where this could lead, but tonight you're walking next to me, and my heart forgets to play it safe every time you say my name. 8:15 at the corner cafe. You smile before you walk away, then turn around and say my name, like you hope that I will stay. I saw you in the poetry aisle, reading something with a faded cover. You bit your lip between the lines, like every word was a hidden answer. I reached for something on the shelf at the same time that you did. Our hands met on the paper spine, and both of us apologized. You said you can take it first, I said no, you were here before. So we stood there sharing one small book in the middle of the store. You read the quiet parts out loud, your voice just above a whisper. I don't remember what they said, I only know I moved in closer. Between the shelves where no one else could see, you turned an ordinary afternoon into a memory. The smell of paper in the air, a little sunlight in your hair. I came to find a story, then I found you standing there. Between the shelves, my nervous heart forgot itself. Maybe I was looking for a book, but I found something else. We wandered through the second floor, comparing endings that we hated. You said happy ones felt dishonest, I said sad ones were overrated. You showed me all your favorite lines, marked softly in a notebook. I noticed every tiny star you drew beside the words you loved. At closing time the lights grew dim, but neither one of us was done. You bought the book we'd both read outside. You said, read the final page tonight and tell me what you think. I wanted to say something clever, but my courage disappeared. Between the shelves where no one else could see, you turned an ordinary afternoon into a memory. The smell of paper in the air, a little sunlight in your hair. I came to find a story, then I found you standing there. Between the shelves, my nervous heart forgot itself. Maybe I was looking for a book, but I found something else. Inside the cover was a message written carefully in blue. I liked the ending better because I got to read with you. Below the words, your number and a tiny coffee cup. I read it once, then twice, then 10 times before I look back up. You were waiting by the window, pretending not to watch. I held the book against my chest and smiled because I understood. Between the shelves, you left a place for me. Inside the margins of your day, inside your favorite story. The smell of coffee in the air, your shy confession waiting there. I came to find a story, now we're writing one to share. Between the shelves, I found the courage in myself. I thought I only needed words, but I needed someone else. I saw you in the poetry aisle. You looked at me and started smiling. We opened to the final page, then wrote a better ending. The bell above the doorway rang. You looked up from a box of records. Dust was floating in the sunlight, like a scene I'd want to remember. You held an album to your chest and asked if I had heard track 3. I said I didn't know the singer. You said, then listen here with me. You placed the needle carefully. The room filled up with something warm. I watched your fingers tap the counter, keeping time through every song. The music played in circles soft beneath the afternoon. I started liking every song because I heard it next to you. Side B of an old record spinning slowly in the store. You smiled before the chorus like you knew what waited there. The sound was scratched and faded, but it somehow felt brand new. Maybe I was hearing music, maybe I was hearing you. Side B of an old record, a hidden song I almost missed. I think my heart began to change somewhere in the middle of it. We searched through boxes on the floor, comparing covers and mistakes. You chose the strangest looking ones and guessed the songs by people's faces. You found a record from my childhood, the one my father used to play. You remembered when I mentioned it on some forgotten rainy day. I said, how did you remember? You shrugged and turned away, then handed me the album like it was nothing anyway. The music played in circles, but the room was standing still. I wondered if you noticed how much that small thing made me feel. Side B of record spinning slowly. In the story you smiled before the chorus, like you knew what waited there. The sound was scratched and faded, but it somehow felt brand new. Maybe I was hearing music, maybe I was hearing you. Side B of an old record, a hidden song I almost missed. I think my heart began to change somewhere in the middle of it. When the shop was finally closing, you gave the record back to me. Inside the cover was your number written underneath track 3. You said, call me when you hear it, tell me if you like the end. I said, what happens if I love it? You said, we'll play it once again. Outside, the evening traffic moved like rhythm down the street. I held the record carefully, like you had given more to me. Side B of an old record, now it's playing in my room. Every crackle in the silence makes me think about you. The sound is scratched and faded, but the feeling comes through clear. I don't only love the music, I love knowing you were here. Side B of an old record, the hidden song became my favorite. Maybe love is what you find when you stay long enough to play it. The bell above the doorway rang. You smiled when I returned again. I brought the record back with me and asked to hear track 3. We left the party before midnight, the music still inside our ears. You said the room was getting crowded, I said I needed colder air. We walked beneath the traffic lights, your jacket hanging from your arm. You asked me if I felt okay, like you could hear my racing heart. At the stop, the sign was blinking, last bus coming in 5 minutes. I wish the numbers would stop changing, I wasn't ready to finish. You stood a little closer when the night wind started blowing. I wondered if you felt it too, this feeling slowly growing. On the last bus home, with the city moving slow, your sleepy head beside my shoulder, and nowhere else to go. The windows filled with silver lights, your hand was resting close to mine. I counted every passing street and wished that we could miss our stop tonight. On the last bus home, I felt less alone. Maybe love can start so quietly before you even know. You woke up near the river bridge and asked me where we were. I said we're almost at your station. You whispered, that's too bad. Then you smiled like you regretted saying what was on your mind. I looked outside to hide my face, but saw your reflection next to mine. You drew a little heart in fog, then wiped it with your sleeve. I couldn't tell if it was meant for me or just something you didn't mean. You stood a little closer when the bus began to turn. Some feelings arrived slowly, then suddenly they burn. On the last bus home, with the city moving slow, your sleepy head beside my shoulder, and nowhere else to go. The windows filled with silver lights, your hand was resting close to mine. I counted every passing street and wished that we could miss our stop tonight. On the last bus home, I felt less alone. Maybe love can start so quietly before you even know. Your station came, the doors opened, but neither one of us moved. The driver looked into the mirror, you laughed and said, what should we do? I said, you can get off at mine, we'll walk back if you want. You nodded like you'd been waiting for me to ask all along. Outside, the air was colder, but your fingers found my hand. We walked through sleeping neighborhoods with no direction and no plan from the last bus home. Through the quiet roads, your hand was warm inside of mine, and I didn't wanna let it go. The morning sky was turning blue. You stopped and said I like you too, though I had never said the words. Somehow you already knew. From the last bus home, a little love had grown. Maybe hearts can find each other before they make it known. We missed your stop, but that was fine. I think we found something that night. On the last bus home, on the last bus home. 2 in the morning, lights turn low. I should be sleeping, but you don't know. Your last message is still on my phone. A simple "did you make it home?" I type yes, thank you, then hesitate. Add a little moon, erase it again. I wonder how a tiny word can make me smile like this. You sent a picture from the cafe, a crooked heart inside the phone. Said it doesn't look like much, but I saved it to my phone. Maybe I'm getting carried away, maybe it's too early to say, but when the room is quiet, you're the thought that always stays. Your name on my screen, lighting up the dark. 4 little letters running circles through my heart. I wait a minute before I answer, so you will know how much I care. But every time your name appears, I'm already smiling there. Your name on my screen, like a secret only I can see. Maybe it's just a message, but it feels like you're with me. You tell me what you had for dinner, send a song you heard outside. You say the singer missed a high note, then send another laughing line. I learned the hours you get sleepy, the words you always spell incorrectly, the way you use too many commas when you're trying to be sincere. You ask me what I'm doing Sunday, then quickly say no pressure though. I stare at those 3 little dots, waiting for the rest to show. Maybe you're nervous like I am, maybe this wasn't in the plan, but every conversation feels like reaching for your hand. Your name on my screen, lighting up the dark. 4 little letters running circles through my heart. I wait a minute before I answer, so you will know how much I care. But every time your name appears, I'm already smiling there. Your name on my screen, secret only I can see. Maybe it's just a message, but it feels like you're with me. What if I called instead of typing? What if I let the silence speak? What if you heard the way my voice changes whenever you talk to me? I'm tired of hiding behind emojis, tired of deleting what is true. So when you ask me why I'm still awake, I say I was hoping to hear from you. For a moment there is nothing, then your answer comes in blue. I've been staring at my phone, hoping to hear the same from you. Your name on my screen, lighting up the dark. 4 little letters opening my guarded heart. I don't wait before I answer, I don't hide how much I care, because every time your name appears, I know you're smiling there. Your name on my screen, no longer just a little dream. Tonight it's more than messages, you're calling just to talk to me. 2 in the your sleepy voice says, don't let go, your name is glowing on my screen. But you feel closer than you've ever been. The weather said it might be colder, but no one thought that it would snow. We left the cafe after closing and saw white falling on the road. You held your hand out to the sky, one tiny flake stayed on your glove. You smiled like you had never seen it, though you said you'd seen enough. The streets grew quiet around us, every sound became so small. You walked backward just to face me while the snow began to fall. Your nose was turning pink, your breath was floating in the air. I had 100 things to say, but only stood and stared. First snow with you, falling on the avenue. Every ordinary street turned into something new. You caught a little snowflake, then placed it in my hand. I didn't know a winter night could feel this warm again. First snow with you, I was nervous but I knew if I could choose one memory, I'd keep this one with you. We walked beside the river, leaving footprints in a line. You stepped inside each one of mine and laughed when you fell behind. I gave you both my gloves, though you said you only needed one. You wore them like they fit you, then hid your smile and carried on. At the crossing, you took my sleeve so we wouldn't separate. But when we reached the other side, your fingers chose to stay. Your nose was turning pink, your hand was warm in mine. The snow kept covering the city like it wanted us to hide. First snow with you, falling on the avenue. Every ordinary street turned into something new. You caught a little snowflake, then placed it in my hand. I didn't know a winter night could feel this warm again. First snow with you, I was nervous but I knew if I could choose one memory, I'd keep this one with you. You said the first snow brings good luck if you make a wish in time. I closed my eyes for half a second, but you were already mine. Not mine like something I could own, just close enough to feel like maybe all the hope between us was becoming something real. You asked me what I wished for, I said I cannot tell. You smiled and moved a little closer, I think I know it well. First snow with you, underneath the streetlight blue. You leaned in with a nervous smile, and I did the same thing too. The whole city disappeared when your forehead touched my own. I didn't know a winter night could ever feel like home. First snow with you, now my quiet wish came true. If I could choose 1,000 nights, I'd choose this one with you. The weather said it might be colder, now the streets are covered white. The first snow melted by the morning, but you stayed beside me through the night. It started raining after 5, the kind that turns the streets to silver. I stood beneath the narrow roof, trying not to shiver. You came running through the rain, holding your bag above your head. Your hair was falling in your eyes, your cheeks were turning red. You smiled and said, I missed the bus, like that was somehow good. Then moved a little closer, because there wasn't any room. The rain was tapping on the glass, the whole city disappeared. I could smell the coffee on your coat every time you leaned near. Rain on the bus, bus stop glass, your reflection next to mine. We were waiting for a bus, but I was wishing for more time. You laughed about the weather, I forgot what I should say. Every drop became a reason for the bus to stay away. Rain on the bus stop glass, the evening moving slow. I didn't know where this would lead, I only didn't wanna go. You offered me one side of your scarf, said you look colder than I am. Our shoulders pressed together as you warmed my frozen hands. You told me about your morning, how you spilled coffee on the train. I watched the way your eyes grew bright when you started to complain. The arrival board kept changing from 5 minutes back to 10. You sighed and said, we'll be here forever. I hoped you meant it then. The rain was tapping on the glass, your voice was warm and low. There were things I wanted to tell you, but I was scared, you know. Rain on the bus stop glass, your reflection next to mine. We were waiting for a bus, but I was wishing for more time. You laughed about the weather, I forgot what I should say. Every drop became a reason for the bus to stay away. Rain on the bus stop glass, the evening moving slow. I didn't know where this would lead, I only didn't wanna go. When the headlights finally appeared, you didn't step toward the road. You looked at me and softly said we could walk instead, you know. The rain was getting lighter, but my heart was beating fast. You opened up your umbrella and pulled me underneath. We walked so close, our footsteps sounded almost like one sound. You said, I'm glad we missed the bus, and I smiled down at the ground. Rain on the bus stop glass, now the moment's in the past. But every time the sky turns gray, I remember how you asked if I wanted to keep walking, though the road was cold and wet. I think that was the first small sign that neither could forget. Rain on the bus stop glass, two reflections moving close. We thought we missed our ride that night, but found another road. It started raining after 5. You held the umbrella over mine. We never caught the bus that night, but somehow we arrived. The summer heat was fading, but the sidewalk still felt warm. We left the restaurant after 10 and took the path behind the park. You carried both our paper cups because my hands were full, then gave me yours when mine ran out, like it was natural to do. The trees are filled with little lights, appearing one by one. You said you hadn't seen them since the summer you were young. You looked happier than usual, standing underneath the trees. I wish that I could keep that look and every part of this evening. Fireflies after 10, lighting up and disappearing, just like all the little words I'm too afraid of saying. You laugh and turn to me with starlight in your eyes. I'm trying not to fall too fast on this soft summer night. Fireflies after 10, maybe this is how it starts. A quiet walk, a nervous smile, and light inside the dark. We found a bench beside the lake and watched the water moving. You asked me what I wished for. I said, I'm still choosing, but I had chosen hours ago. When you first said my name, I wished you'd move a little closer and maybe feel the same. A firefly landed on your sleeve. You froze and held your breath and whispered, make a wish right now, as if the moment might not last. You looked happier than usual, sitting close enough to touch. I never knew a quiet night could make me feel too fast on this soft summer night. Fireflies after 10, maybe this is how it starts. A quiet walk, a nervous smile, and light inside the dark. So I finally told the truth. I wish that when the summer ends, I'll still be close to you. The firefly left your shoulder, the whole park held its breath. You smiled and said, "That's funny, I was wishing for the same." Then your forehead touched my forehead, and the night became so still. No need for any perfect words, we already knew how we felt. Fireflies after 10, lighting every hidden feeling. All the words I couldn't say no longer need concealing. You laugh and hold my hand with starlight in your eyes. I don't mind falling fast on this soft summer night. Fireflies after 10, now I know how something starts. A quiet walk, an honest wish, and light inside two hearts. The summer heat was fading, but I hoped the night would stay. Fireflies disappeared by morning. You were still beside me anyway. I saw you by the cereal boxes, reading labels one by one. You held two kinds up in the air and asked me which looked more fun. I said the one with little stars. You said that's what I thought you'd choose, then placed it gently in your cart beside your oranges and juice. We walked through every aisle together, though we only needed bread. You told me all your favorite snacks and every meal you couldn't make. Under ordinary lights, on an ordinary day, you made the smallest conversation feel like something I would save. Aisle number 7, you were laughing by the tea, holding up a tiny box and saying, "This reminds me of you." Maybe it was nothing, maybe you were only being sweet, but my heart was in the shopping cart, rolling somewhere ahead of me. Aisle number 7, I forgot what I came to find. All I knew was I could follow you through every aisle all night. You remembered that I hated peaches, but liked anything with lime. You found the coffee that I mentioned only once a month ago. You said I pay attention sometimes, then looked away too quickly. I felt a little hope appear between the shelves of groceries. At the freezer you grew colder, so I gave my sweater sleeve. You held the fabric in your fingers and stood closer next to me. Under ordinary lights, everything was soft and new. I never thought a supermarket could feel romantic until you. Aisle number 7, you were laughing by the tea, holding up a tiny box and saying, "This reminds me of you." Maybe it was nothing, maybe you were only being sweet, but my heart was in the shopping cart, rolling somewhere ahead of me. Aisle number 7, I forgot what I came to find. All I knew was I could follow you through every aisle all night. At the register you noticed we had bought enough for two. You smiled and asked, "Should we cook tonight?" I didn't know what else to do, so we carried all the paper bags up the stairs to your place. You played music from your kitchen while flour landed on your face. The meal was slightly burned, but neither one of us complained. You said it tastes much better when you're not eating alone. Aisle number 7, where a simple coffee and reaching for the same small dish. Aisle number 7, now I know what I came to find. Not the bread or tea or oranges, just another day by your side. I saw you buy the cereal boxes. Now there are 2 bowls on the table. You chose the one with little stars because you knew I would. The train was late at 9:30. You stood beside me in the crowded line. You took your headphones from your coat and played the song you love the most. He handed me the left earbud. Our shoulders touched, my face went warm. The city moved outside the glass, but I forgot where we were going. You whispered every other word, like singing loudly felt absurd. I tried to listen to the song, but all I heard was you. I wonder if you noticed how I held my breath that day when you leaned a little closer just to hear what I would say. One earbud, one little song, one train ride that felt too short. Your arm against my arm, my heart beat louder than before. I don't know what you're thinking, I don't know what this means, but I've replayed that moment in every one of my dreams. One earbud, one melody, you sharing something small with me. Maybe that was all it was, but it felt like more than enough. On Tuesday you sent me another track, said this one made me think of that. I read the message 7 times and wondered if you meant the night. I typed a heart, erased it fast, then sent a smile and nothing more. You answered with a coffee cup and said, meet me at 4. You waited by the record store wearing the jacket from before. You smiled and said, I made a list of songs I think you shouldn't miss. I wonder if you noticed how I never checked the time, how every song sounded sweeter when your footsteps matched with mine. One earbud, one little song, one afternoon that felt too short. Your hand brushing against mine, my heart beat louder than before. I don't know what you're thinking, I don't know what this means, but I've replayed that moment in every one of my dreams. One earbud, one melody, you sharing something small with me. Maybe that was all it was, but it felt like more than enough. There are things I wanna tell you, but they hide behind my smile. So I ask about the weather and keep walking for a while. There are songs about forever, there are songs about goodbye, but the one that sounds like us is still waiting to be written tonight. Maybe I could be the chorus, maybe you could be the rhyme. Maybe all these little moments have been leading to this time. One earbud, one little song, one quiet street we're walking on. Your fingers finding mine like they knew where they belonged. Now I know what you were thinking, now I know what this could mean. You said every time I hear that song, I remember you with me. One earbud, one melody, you sharing your whole heart with me. Maybe love begins this way, with one small song on an ordinary day. The train was late at 9:30. I wish that I could stop that time. One earbud, you next to me, the start of our melody. You texted me at 11:30, come upstairs, the sky is clear. I found you on the rooftop with 2 blankets and 2 beers. The city hummed beneath us, windows glowing far below. You pointed out a constellation, though we both knew you were wrong. I didn't want to correct you, I liked the way you tried. You closed one eye and raised your hand to measure out the sky. The wind was moving through your hair, the night was soft and blue. There were kept watching you. Rooftop at midnight, your shoulder next to mine. You were naming every star while I was losing track of time. You laughed when I grew quiet, asked me what was on my mind. I almost said I think it's you, but blamed it on the city lights. Rooftop at midnight, the whole world far away. I wanted to be brave enough to ask if I could stay. You played a song from your old phone. The speaker cracked at every note. You sang the words incorrectly, but somehow made them beautiful. You told me you get nervous when things begin to feel too real. I said I understood that more than I wanted to reveal. For a moment neither spoke. We watched a plane cross through the dark. You whispered, make a wish. I wished you'd ask about my heart. The wind was moving through your hair. Your hand was close to mine. There were a million things to say, and only one felt right. Rooftop at midnight, your shoulder next to mine. You were naming every star while I was losing track of time. You laughed when I grew quiet, asked me what was on my mind. I almost said I think it's you, but blamed it on the city lights. Rooftop at midnight, the whole world far away. I wanted to be brave enough to ask if I could stay. Then you said, can I be honest? And the city seemed to pause. I keep finding little reasons to ask you up here after dark. I smiled before I answered, because I'd done the same. Finding reasons to keep talking just to hear you say my name. You moved the blanket closer, our fingers touched beneath. You said, I don't know what this is yet. I said, we don't have to leave. Rooftop at midnight, your hand was holding mine. We stopped naming every star and let the silence take its time. You laughed when I grew nervous, then leaned closer with a smile. I finally said, I think it's you. You said, I've known that for a while. Rooftop at midnight, the whole world far below. We didn't know where this would lead, but neither wanted to go. You texted me at 11:30. Now I wait for it each night. 2 blankets on the rooftop and your hand inside of mine. Sunday evening at the laundromat. You were folding shirts beside the window. I was fighting with the washing machine that kept returning every coin. You looked over, tried not to laugh, then came and pressed the button twice. You said, it only works if you ask nicely, like you'd known it all your life. The room smelled like clean cotton and rain from the open door. I had planned to stay for 30 minutes, then wanted 30 more. Round and round the colors turned behind the silver glass. You told me little stories just to help the waiting pass. In the spin cycle, everything is moving. My clothes, my thoughts, and this feeling I've been losing. You're sitting on the table, swinging both your feet, talking like this ordinary room is somewhere we were meant to meet. In the spin cycle, my careful heart comes loose. I don't know where this goes, but I like being here with you. You found a missing sock of mine mixed inside your navy sweater. You held it up like evidence and said our clothes look good together. I laughed and reached to take it back. Our fingers touched between the sheets. For half a second neither moved, then both of us forgot to speak. You asked if I was hungry. There was a diner down the street. I said my clothes were still not dry. You said, then wait with me. Round round and round the colors turn, the minutes falling fast. I didn't mind the waiting, I just wanted it to last. In the spin cycle, everything is moving. My clothes, my thoughts, and this feeling I've been losing. You're sitting on the table, swinging both your feet, talking like this ordinary room is somewhere we were meant to meet. In the spin cycle, my careful heart comes loose. I don't know where this goes, but I like being here with you. Maybe love is not a grand event, maybe it's fluorescent lights, a broken vending machine, and nowhere else to be tonight. Maybe it's the way you fold my sweater when you think I cannot see, or how you save the warmest towel, then place it next to me. I used to hate these quiet errands, all the waiting in between. Now I think the smallest moments hold the things we really need. In the spin cycle, everything is clearer. Your hand beside my hand, your shy smile getting nearer. You're standing by the doorway, asking if I'll stay. Even though our clothes are dry, we're finding reasons to delay. In the spin cycle, my careful heart comes loose. I think I know where this might go, and I wanna go with you. Sunday evening at the laundromat, you gave my missing sock back, then wrote your number on the receipt and said, next Sunday, same time.